Alrighty, let's get the show on the road. Let's go, people. I got the pleasure today to be live with Marcus Watts, the founder of the Watts Guy Fitness and father. If I understood correctly, you got one boy, right? Is that correct?
That was probably my godson, but I do have a dog. I do have a dog, so same thing, you know?
There you go. That was your godson. Okay, cool. See, I thought it was something. All right, so first of all, great to have you on. Thanks so much. We immediately start hitting it off when we met each other on the 30-day challenge of ClickFunnels, which has been amazing so far. And thank you for getting the opportunity to get to pick your brain for the next upcoming about an hour or so. And let's start off with you sharing a little bit of yourself and sharing your story with us so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, no, again, thanks for having me on. I'm really glad that we did kick it off, and I'm excited to, to share with your audience any way that I can. And I really like what you're doing. So, a little bit about myself. I'm 34. I actually turned 35 in just a couple days, November 1st.
Nice.
And I grew up an Army brat, so I spent most of my life overseas. I grew up on military bases for about 13 years overseas, and we would come back to the States, and I got a chance to do a lot of hard work, earn an opportunity to go to college on a scholarship. And I also played basketball. And after college, I went on to play professionally. I played for about 6 years all over the world: Denmark, New Zealand, Portugal, South America. It was just, a lot of fun, a lot of jet setting at that time, 22, 24 years old, and somebody calls you and say, can you be across the world in 18 hours? It's a pretty fun life to live. But I knew the whole time that since I was about 16 years old, I wanted to find a way to link athletics. Really, my long-term goal is linking athletics with academics. So helping inner city youth kind of find a connection between the things that you can learn in sports and linking those with the hard work that you need to put in, in the classroom. And I started using basketball as a tool really to grow my credentials, so I could start to break into the fitness world, because I felt like a lot of people, it's an elite group that get the chance to continue to play, go on and play professionally. And I really wanted to use that to my advantage. But the whole time I was always thinking, basketball wasn't the end goal. Putting myself in a position to live the life that I wanted really was the end goal. And I would go on to open my first gym in 2013 and work with a bunch of NFL and MLB professional players. And I would actually, during that time, go through one of the darkest periods of my life where I would, I was pretty much poor. My business is growing, but, I was, some days, 3-4 days without eating, or, eating very little. I would lose my vehicle and, kind of not have a car for a few years. And during the whole time, it was just about working to create, again, I call it my perfect day, trying to build out the opportunity to live, each day the way that I want to. And I would end up losing that gym, and me and my business partner lost about 70 grand through our business partner did some, a lot of things happen in business, and I don't need to go into those things, but we were kind of on the losing end of that. And I would open up I would actually partner with another gym and, learned even more from that. And now I'm just on this constant journey to, again, continue to live life on my terms and affect as many people as I can in the process.
Nice. That sounds amazing. I like that. Living life on my terms. Yeah. That's the goal, right? At least that's the way I look at it as well. That's what a fearless father represents: living life on your terms and being able to do whatever you want with your time and making a huge impact in this world. I guess that's why we connected so well right from the beginning. Because we have similar visions and missions in life. So that's amazing. Thanks for sharing that, man. I really appreciate that. I know how hard it is to talk about struggle and losing something as precious as a gym where you put your hopes and dreams in and all your sweat and tears and maybe even some blood. I actually had a similar story, so that's why I can relate, and I appreciate you sharing that.